What's up, my bro?
Yo, what's good, my bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
Cool. What area are you in?
Um, I'm in Nigeria.
Which city? City, Lagos, Abuja,
Oh, Lagos.
Lagos. All right.
Yeah,
It's great to see you for the first time, my bro.
yeah. It's great to see you too, bro.
Okay, when did Bayanni discover his singing talent for the first time, and how did you discover it?
Huh. So I was born into a musical family. Um, I
Yeah,
was born into a musical family. We were going to church from um from our young days. So yeah, I mean, I always knew I was going to sing because I was singing when I was small. So yeah, I mean,
that's good. So, did you ever think that one day you'll make it to one of the biggest record labels in Africa? Speaking of the Mavins.
Hmm. Yeah, actually, it was a dream for me to like be in Mavin because Don Jazzy is someone I really respect a lot. Like even before I was
Yeah,
signed, um,
yeah,
he was like a role model, a mentor to me, you know.
yeah,
Um, so like being signed into Mavin was something I used to dream of, you know. But then it's happening, you know. The
yeah.
dreams come. So yeah, I mean that's it.
So Don Jazzy shared how he discovered you. He shared your conversation with him. How was the feeling for the first time seeing Donny's message? What was your feeling at that moment?
It was an amazing feeling. I won't lie to you. You know, um, I remember posting freestyles, you know, back to back for a whole year. That was
Yeah,
2019. I just finished my uni, and then I
yeah,
was posting freestyles. I was making freestyles almost every week. And then like December of that same year, um, in the midnight time, he messaged me one night like that. That was December 19th, though. He
yeah.
messaged me and
The,
it took me like some hours to reply because I was sleeping at the moment. And then when I finally replied, um, he responded back, and I was so happy seeing his message. I even thought
yeah,
it was not, you know, I thought it was
yeah,
not his real account. I thought it was a fake account, you know. But then I was checking to see the verified tick. You know, there are some of these fake accounts that will do something that will look like a verified tick, but it's not a verified tick.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you really
yeah,
have to look really closely. Yeah. So like I was just checking back and forth. Then I woke all my brothers up, my friends that were around with me, you know. I woke everybody up. I was like, yo, it's happening right now, you know. And we were all amazed, we were all happy. Then we responded, and then it didn't even take him up to a minute to like type back. And then we had this back and forth, and he was telling me how he loved the contents on my page. He loved the
yeah.
fact that I was consistent, he loved that I'm talented, and he feels like we can work something out that I should come to his, to the studio and see what we can do. I mean, that was it. Yeah.
Then that was very great. So, what was the first experience joining Mavin, meeting all the Mavin artists? Did you get any hardness in coping with the group?
Um, I kind of like we all came around the same time, you know. Um, I'm talking about like not Rema, not Crayon, but
Yeah,
not Rema, not Crayon, not Ladipo, not Johnny Drill, but
yeah,
Magix, Aerostar,
yeah,
me, Spice, we all came around the same time. Um, we came around that it came around the time I came. So like um it was nice to just like meet people from different places all around the country, and we
yeah,
all came together, you know. We are all friends, and we're like family before this whole
yeah,
fame thing, you know. So we all know each other by our names. I know Ira by her name, the name we call her. I'm not
yeah.
gonna say but
Why
we
did
all
you
give ourselves
say?
nicknames, you know.
Yeah,
It's a indigenous name, so you wouldn't even understand it if I say it, you know. So
yeah,
like we all have like nicknames that we gave each other, you know. So like that bond was already there before the fame.
yeah,
So um and even the people that were there before us, Rema, Ladipo, Johnny Drew, Crayon, you know, they all welcomed us, you know.
yeah,
So I'm just really, 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 really happy to be part of the family. You know, right now I'm the last born. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pushing. So, and it's been amazing so far. So, like, yeah, I
So
thank God.
yeah, if you leave band, maybe which name do they call you? A nickname that they gave you since you joined the Mavin. There's that name that they call you. Maybe if you meet you link up with Rema, maybe Crayon. There's that name that they call you, a nickname.
Zeno, Zeno,
Who? Zeno.
Zeno, Zeno. So I was going by a name before I got activated. I got unveiled in
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, I was going by a name. Um, I was going by Zeno Boy
yeah,
at the time because that was the name I was kind of like carrying or bearing from school, from uni.
yeah,
I was doing music in uni. I was dropping songs and I needed a name to like, you can't just drop a song without having a name. You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
just be having a name. There has to be a name that people call you. So um Xenoboy was just like a nickname at the moment, you know how all these university nicknames are. Sometimes they don't really have any meaning. They just come,
yeah,
So like, yeah, so like I just had to just use it because that was the name people already knew me in school as. I was already popular, quite popular in school because I was the director of socials for my department. So I was
yeah.
the one organizing all the parties and all the hangouts and stuff. So that was a name that was already going around. So I couldn't come up with any new name to like use for my music. So I just decided to go along with that. So when Don Jazzy messaged me, that was the name I was bearing at the moment at the time. So coming in here, that was the
Yeah.
name I was also bearing. You get so like that was a nickname that everybody just kind of like knew me with from time. But as time went by, I kind of like noticed that I had to go with something that I really love, something that actually like meant something to me, a name that has a deeper meaning,
And
you
that's
know.
Bayanni.
And that's Bayanni. That's Bayanni.
So why Bayanni?
Yeah, I mean, all, all I and my team did was just like pick out some of my values and my virtues and my kind of like my life principles, and then
Yeah,
we found a name that was like strong enough to like the name kind of like encompasses all those principles all together, you know. Bayani has both an indigenous meaning and a Philippine meaning, you
yeah,
know. Um, in an indigenous meaning, it means oracle. Um, from where I'm from, and
yeah.
the Philippine meaning for Bayani,
The one that you wrote on your IGs, yeah, it's
yeah,
Oracle. Okay, I
definitely,
got you.
definitely,
So I was just asking myself why this guy wrote this one. So it's the meaning of
yeah.
the name Bayan.
Yeah, yeah. So the Philippine meaning for Bayani means a brave person, someone who's brave, who's confident, fearless, and those are kind of like my principles because I mean it takes a fearless person to look my dad in the eye and tell him
Yeah.
you want to do music.
In addition,
So like,
yeah. In addition, a guy is blessing because we can see ta everywhere, blowing everywhere.
yeah, not
That's
not
a
not
blessing.
everybody will be able to like beat your chest and go into the studio and record that.
Yeah, so that's a very, very creative thing, a very good idea. I don't
Hmm.
know which artist could think about that, but you did. That's great.
Hmm.
Yeah, Sarod Blow. So, Bayan was released with a debut EP titled Bayan. Did you record all the songs in EP when you are in Mavins? And what is the connection behind Bayan EP? What
Yeah.
is the connection behind Bayan EP?
Firstly, the name Bayani EP is just is an Bayani EP is an EP that introduces Bayani's sound.
Yeah,
Um, it's an introductory EP to who Bayani is, and if you listen to the EP, to the songs on the EP, you'd see the diversity. You see that Bayani is a versatile artist. So I'm that kind of artist that definitely my genre is
yeah,
Afrobeat,
yeah,
but I'm the kind of artist that I like to try everything.
yeah,
I like to try everything. I like to try different sounds. So even when you listen to my Afrobeat songs, sometimes you hear a complete Afrobeat, like Afrobeat. Sometimes you would hear some kind of sounds that you don't really hear. For instance, for Tatata now, it's not every day you kind of hear those kind of sounds on an Afrobeat bounce. you know.
It's like I'm a
And
piano, something like I'm a piano. It's got
yeah,
maybe
yeah, like yeah, the sounds,
a
even
mix.
down to my instrumental.
Yeah, I read some
I
comments
always,
on
I
YouTube.
always, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I always make sure I'm like very, very part of the beat making, you know.
yeah,
I always make sure because I was before I started to sing in the studio, I was a producer. I produced.
yeah,
So like, yeah, I can play a couple of instruments. So that kind of like helped my production journey to be like easier, you know. So like so I'm always making sure that I always make sure that I'm part of the beat making process, you know, so I can like sync and connect well with the sound, with the melody, and I can also like give my ideas, you know, change this, do it like this, do it like this, you know.
yeah,
So basically the EP was just an introduction to Bayanni as a versatile artist, you
yeah,
know, the artist that would give you different moods. I'm not limited to one sound. I'm not limited to one mood. On that EP, there is a love song there. On that EP, there is a dancing song there. On that EP, there is a sexual song. On that EP, there is a motivational song. There is a motivational uplifting song. That's family. There's a dance song that's body. There's a love
yeah.
song that's color. There is a sexual song that's ta ta ta. So like and that's just an introduction to Bayanni. There's like a whole lot more I have to share. Like I kind of like the way I make music. I don't just go to the studio and just make music. I make music based on how I feel. You know, things that I've gone through by myself. You know, I tell my
Yeah,
own story. And most times people ask me, ta ta ta, was it a real story, a personal story? Yeah, it was actually. You know, like it's just I think it's easier for you whenever what you do is something that comes from your heart, you know. And
yes.
music for me, making the whole EP, making all the songs in the EP, also all the songs came from my heart. Family, I remember when I worked on Family, shout out to the producer, Spark Beats, he's an amazing guy. He
Yeah,
made Family, he made Color and Family, you know.
a
When I
good
when I
work.
did that, yeah. Family was the last song I recorded on the EP, and it was at I wrote that song at a point where I was like reflecting back, and I was being so happy about how my parents kind of like gave me a go ahead for the whole music thing without stressing me like other parents would, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so I was just so happy about the support from my parents, my brothers, and everyone in my family, and the song just came out. So basically, that's how it is, you know.
Yeah, so maybe did you expect that Tatata would grow up like that? Did you expect
Hmm.
that thing? Or which track did you expect from the EP that will grow up everywhere?
Honestly, I expected all of them, and I still know with time that will still happen by God's grace. But
Yeah,
I felt Family was gonna be
yeah,
the first song to catch everybody's attention. I think it
yeah,
still did, but it's just that Tatata is doing so much more based on everybody likes bad things, including you.
yeah. Including
Yeah.
everybody, even you. That's why you made that song. That's why you made it.
I
So you
mean,
love bad things.
whoever is a saint should cast the first stone. I mean, so definitely, you know what I'm saying. So like, um, I made all these songs in such a way that everybody listening can connect to this song. I guess
Yeah,
that's just what just makes Bayanni different, you know. Um, I,
yeah,
I don't follow trend. I don't follow trends. I just make music based on how I feel. So I feel like there are a lot of people like me that feel that same way too. So I feel like people connect better on that
yeah,
level, you know,
yeah,
with my sound. So I never really knew which particular song was gonna make um the first hit. I, all I knew was I put my heart into the EP, and I know that with time, every other song on the EP is gonna get the attention they deserve.
yes. Then that's nice. So, who are the artists that inspired you the most to tap into the
Mm,
scene?
A lot of artists inspired me growing up. From African artists to
Yeah,
like outside Africa artists. Um, for artists outside the country, Michael Jackson is the first for me.
Yeah.
I used to dance. I used to be a very, very good dancer. I'm still a good dancer, but I feel like
Yeah.
I need to, go
Yeah.
brushing up my skills. But yeah, Michael Jackson was like an idol for me. Down to Chris Brown, down to Usher, down
Yeah.
to it was always a thing for me for people that sing and dance. I used to look at them like they are just different and special. Like it's not easy.
Yeah.
People take dancing as a serious thing on its own and singing as a serious thing. Then you combining the two of them together. I feel like you're a genius to do that. So
So
like
yeah, let's move in Africa. Maybe in
yeah,
Africa, who
in
was on
in
album?
Africa that would be P-Square. They sing and dance too. I
Yeah.
remember I used to learn all their dance moves.
Yeah. So that is West Africa.
Yeah,
That's from Western
yeah,
Africa. Maybe
yeah.
Eastern.
Okay, Eastern Africa, that'll be Diamond Platinums. I've been a big fan of Diamond Platinums right from time. But it's funny how I love a lot of artists from East Africa. Um, I know I mentioned it to you, but that was
Yeah.
when we were like in the
Yeah.
DMs and stuff. Like, I love a lot of artists from East Africa because I feel like there's just something special about the sound from
Yeah.
East Africa. I don't know. I know.
Yeah.
I know. For you guys at home, for you guys that listen to the sound every day, maybe
Yeah.
you're probably bored or
Yeah.
tired of the sound. I don't know. I'm just saying. But for me, I feel like that sound is amazing. Like the melodies that come out from your songs always make me like, how can you think of this? So,
So
but I mean,
yeah.
I can't wait to work with you guys though.
So maybe which track of Bongo Flava made you crazy? The track that you
Hmm?
said, hey, this Bongo Flava track, the Swahili track, it's very crazy. True though. Which one?
Um, okay, so I'm not good with names, but I can sing some of them.
Yes.
Um, for Diamond Platinums, I probably have so much I can't even mention their names. But let me see. For Rivani, I can say number one. Number one it's an amazing song.
Number one,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, you know that song now. Well,
Yeah, I
I
know.
actually be asking you. So number one for Rivani, for Zuchu, um, let me see if I can remember the melody. Because of white, they don't know white, she didn't mean tanana, your love is tanana, my baby
Oh,
shark.
that's Cheche. That's titled the Cheche featuring Diamond. Oh,
Nah, the video of that song. The video of that song blew my mind. I watched that video for the longest
the
time. The video of that song
so
blew my mind.
yeah, the way
Like the
Diamond, yeah,
chemistry between the two of them, is just amazing. Like,
yeah,
nah,
yeah. That song it's titled Cheche featuring Diamond
che, right?
Platnumz. Yeah, the songs for Zuchu featured Diamond Platnumz titled Cheche. So it's a very big tune, you know.
Mm,
So maybe
mm-hmm.
since you still since when you love these bongo flava sounds, what is the difference between bongo flava sounds and Nigerian sounds? Or difference
Mm.
between bongo flava producers and Nigerian producers,
Mm.
Afrobeat producers? Yeah, what's the difference?
For me, honestly, for producers, I've not really worked with producers from East Africa, from
Yeah,
Tanzania. I've not really worked with producers, so I can't really say much about the production part.
yeah,
But from what I've been hearing, nah, I mean, producers are amazing over there, man. I can't lie, man. From the sounds I've been hearing, I feel like one thing with Nigerian sound is the Afrobeat over here in Nigeria, like
yeah,
it has been infused with so many sounds. You get like so that's just one thing I can say because you can call 10 Nigerian producers right now and what they will make an Afrobeat, the Afrobeat each of them is gonna make within an hour will be
yeah.
totally different from each other. You get like so that's just one thing I can say about Nigerian producers. They are very, very versatile. Maybe when I get to work with producers in East Africa, when I come, which I know I'm coming soon, when I get to work, then I'll be able to also talk about one or two things. But basically, from the songs I've been hearing, East African producers, Tanzanian producers are amazing. I mean, the songs that Diamond sings on, the beat he sings on, Zuchu, Rayvanny, and
That says to keys.
Harmonize.
Most of them are made by S2Keys, Zombie. S2Keys.
I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to work with him, though.
Yeah, S2Keys, Liza. Yeah. Those are the producers that made a lot of beats of Diamond Platnumz, Rayvanny, Zuchu. Wow. Yeah. So that's good. By the way, congratulations for your single Tatata, which is now doing great on platforms. Share with us the experience behind this song. By the way, you've seen a lot of celebs from Tanzania. I sent you to your DMs. Using that track on their reels.
So, I mean, I'm so happy about that. Funny how some of the people you sent, we were already even talking in the DMs, you know. So like the love has been amazing so far. That's why it's really itching me to come. I just want to come, see everybody, you know, talk to everyone, you know, like I feel it's gonna happen soon. Yeah, definitely. And when I come, we're gonna meet physically too, you know. But basically the inspiration behind the song, Tatata, nothing short of the other songs, actually. Just when I got to the studio that day, I was just feeling funny. I was just in the mood for something that you know what I'm talking about, so I'm not going to talk about it. But yeah, I was just in the mood, and I was just like, when he played the beat was not done, so he was still working on it, but he just played what he was working on, and then I was like, I'm feeling something with this beat, you know. And then we just started working on it. It didn't take us up to 4 hours to finish the whole song, including the beats, you know. It was a very, very fast song. So maybe when we decide to do like a breakdown of the song, everybody will see what happened or what actually went on when we were making the song. But we had finished the song the first day, and then I went home and I was listening to it, and I was just like, it's not complete yet. There's something that is still missing in the song. Then I called him to like come the next day so we can listen to it again and I can see what's wrong. So it's not like anything was wrong, but I just felt like there was something that I wanted to hear. So then we met the next day. Then he played it. Then I was like, okay, I think I have it right now. So if you listen to the song, there is, when you get to the hook, there is this low voice sound. There's this sound underneath. There is low voice sound, like a humming sound, but it's very, very, very is I don't want to say emotional, but it's just, it gets you one way, it puts you in some kind of mood if you're listening to it with a big speaker. So it was my mouth that used to do that sound. I just told him to record me. Then he put me on. I was just saying, So if you listen to the song now, after if you listen to it, when it goes like, she thought I was lazy, she said, baby, don't play me. If you hear that part, if I come back again, I give her like that. You know,
that sounds too great.
So that sound, I use my mouth to make that sound. So that's the sound that actually just made the whole song to come together and just have this kind of driving force. So, man, the whole process was amazing, you know. It was amazing.
Yeah, so Bayanni EP came out with no collaboration. Should we expect collabs in your coming projects? If yes, who are the artists that you would like to collaborate with?
I feel like collaborations are going to start coming in soon. For instance, I think Tatata is going to have the first set of collaborations. I have plans to have Swahili version, a French version, Spanish version, you know, just to like spread the tentacles. A lot of people have already been reaching out already in most of those regions. So like I want, because the song is a song that everybody connects to, for reasons best known unto them.
Yeah.
So like I feel like everybody connects to the song, and it's been so amazing so far. I've been seeing so
Yeah.
many celebs that I grew up to watch their movies and all use the sound, and it's been an amazing time for me so far. So I just want to like make sure that, you know, all these regions, you know, we
Yeah.
can spread the song more on those regions, you know.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
yeah, so far so good. I think East African, the Swahili version might come first,
Yeah.
and by God's grace, from there we're spreading it all over the world.
That sounds great. So, who is your best friend among all the maidens? Whom do you have the most chemistry with?
Ah, let me think. I don't have a best friend per se, but I can just tell you the people I'm like closest with.
Yeah.
Um, Crayon, Magix,
Yeah.
Rema,
Yeah.
Star, Johnny Drill,
Yeah.
um, Johnny Drill, Boy Spice, and Ladipo. Or Ladipo, then Boy Spice.
All friends.
We are all friends. I've told you, we are all friends.
All chemistry
Yeah,
is.
we are all friends, but it's just that I might be closer to some of them than the others, you know.
Yeah. Then thanks for your time, my bro. Bayanni.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for having me. It's been amazing. I can't wait to come to East Africa, come to
So,
Tanzania,
yeah,
and
tell
see the
me.
girls. And see
Yeah.
the girls in Tanzania. And see the girls in Tanzania.
I knew you that you tell me this thing. I knew that you tell me about this. By the way, when are you planning to come in Tanzania?
Anything from next month.
Yeah.
Anything from next month. I feel I'm gonna touch down.